Okay, class, so today we are resuming our math unit that is teaching us about syllables and phonics. We can start with our I can statement, which is I can demonstrate an understanding of spoken words, syllables, and sounds. Here I would have the students repeat. Students will be able to break down words into syllables. That's what we're working on. So we should already be familiar with the phonics stance, the alpha motion song, and clapping our syllables. Those were our three previous lessons that we should be thinking about. Here I might ask a student if they could demonstrate one of these things, if one of them could show us the phonics stance, if someone could remind us some of the signs that go with the alpha motion song, or if someone could demonstrate how they remember how to clap out syllables. And that will conclude the warm-up section. From then, I would introduce our rhythm sticks, which may look more like drumsticks, or just specific music sticks for this assignment. So I would introduce this. Hey class, these are our rhythm sticks. Now, before we begin using our rhythm sticks, there are rules that come with these, because there are some things that we can hit and some things that we cannot. So it's very important that when you get your rhythm sticks that you're only hitting your rhythm sticks together. They only like to clap together. If you use your rhythm sticks to hit a friend, the ground, a desk, then you will not be able to use the rhythm sticks anymore. They only work when you hit them together. So that's very important. Then I would pass out rhythm sticks to everybody, and I would say leave them on the ground while I show you the first example. So we would use rhythm sticks similar to counting out our syllables to break down words. So now that we know to clap out our syllables, we can practice on a word like teacher, teacher. So this helps to kind of build that fine motor using the rhythm sticks together, and it helps, it's a little more engaging than just clapping for the students. So now I might go through some more examples and let the other students try. So I might go around and point to each student and say, okay, how about let's clap out our names. So Johnny, you go first. Johnny. Okay, and now Alexander. Alexander. And we'll go around the classroom and give everybody a chance, and if anyone makes a mistake, here of course is the time to correct. If we have someone like Johnny and he says Johnny, and we could go back and we could practice clapping it out, and we could listen for the different syllables that we hear in words. And then from this point it would become the practice activity. We'd finish the teaching segment, and this of course could go as long as I needed it to. I could give as many examples until I felt confident that the students were grasping what I was saying. And so with the practice activity, we may play a video that is breaking down words and showing where they're clapping them out, and the students could clap with their sticks behind their own desks. Or this could be given by going around in the circle again and having students come up with their own words. So if someone says ice cream, then the whole class could get together, practice each individual student's example, just giving them ample time to practice with the rhythm sticks, the fine motor skills, and practice clapping out those syllables. And then the final piece to the lesson is the assessment. So after I go around and I teach each student, and we're sure that they're clapping on syllables and they're not just tapping away because it's tempting, but once I understand that they are able to clap out the syllables, there's a formative assessment towards the end. And this could be done in the same way. I could go around and I could say, okay, Mary, clap out this word for me, fire truck, and it's a pass, yes or no. So it could be a verbal command, or students could be given a piece of paper which could have a word or a picture that helps to describe what they should be clapping. So maybe students that aren't able to read yet could be given a picture of a soccer ball, and they can say soccer ball. And again, it's just a pass-fail, really. And so if students are struggling with these, then we can revisit and we can come back, because it is a rather short lesson. It's easy to pick up for students, especially after scaffolding off of the phonics dance into the alpha motion, into the clapping syllables. This is really the next step on top of the clapping syllables, so once students have learned the previous step, this one should come much more naturally. So it may look like me giving them a picture, saying, okay, clap out the syllables of the word you see here. And there could be a few things that could hinder them here if they don't know what the picture is, if they don't know, if they come up with a different word than what I was expecting if I saw soccer ball, but they maybe saw the word sport or grass in the picture. Those could also be acceptable, but could be different than the assessment I was thinking. But this works best, I think we would do this on a carpet time, just going around, letting each student have time to come up with their own examples and having the class participate, and incorporating all the lessons we had used previously to make this assessment work. So scaffolding off the rest of the unit plan. And one final way we could use the assessment is having words on a page instead of pictures, because again, not all students may be able to read, but this may test their ability, their reading fluency ability and their ability to translate that into knowing how many syllables there are and the amount of counting and the sticks that they must do. So some of the higher students, because this is a kindergarten lesson, may be able to read a compound word such as fire truck, and then this could be clapped out, yes or no. But if this is too high, because in that one there's silent E and there's long vowels, so if that's too high of a word, it may be worth just verbally giving the assessment to the students. So again, all together, this would look like me starting with the sticks, explaining the safety rules, having all the students get their own pair of sticks while I clap out an example of multiple words, and then going around and letting each student practice as I did. They would copy, so I would say clap after me. T-shirt, T-shirt, and the class would say T-shirt. And then we would go around and do names individually so they could have that sense of ownership and letting each student get a chance to clap. And then we would move to the next step, letting each student give their own example of a word they want to clap out, and the class would clap out after them. And then we would let them practice doing other words. It could be in songs that we hear, or it could be maybe doing a whole sentence together. And then the formal, informal assessment, where students are given either a piece of paper with a picture, they're given a word, either verbally or on a piece of paper, and they're asked to clap it out one by one. Here, if any students are presenting challenges, then we can go back and we can revisit the lesson.